TNC and that tuna. It's that TNC and that tuna. It's that TNC, it's that TNC, it's that TNC and that tuna. Niggas, you want the flow, bitches, you want the time. Don't fuck with niggas, know that I fuck with dogs. Fuck with a real bitch that don't waste time. Yeah, baseline and that shit. Baseline and that shit. FaceTime when you waste mine. Nigga, don't wait time. It's confetti shit. She be frontin' like she don't throw the ass back. Bitch tryna act like niggas don't know. She don't throw the ass back. Bitch tryna act like niggas don't know. Act like she don't throw the ass back. Act like she don't throw the ass back. Act like she don't throw the ass back. Bitch tryna act like niggas don't know. Got about 4, 5 bitches in my chest. Hit them, hit what's hot in my mama. Niggas get down to that flow. Dreadlock, motherfucker, boss. Dress swinging like fucking monster. Nigga, I'm gone. Coming up the boy, yeah, nigga, I'm gone. Yeah, I'm gone. I'm gone. Oh, shit, yeah, nigga, I'm gone.
Shit, they know a lot of turn used too loosely, but I'ma continue to make shit that I can uplift with and kick shit like Bruce Lee. Ain't nobody really fucking with me. My mama wants to show me, but she don't throw the ass. And grown folks talk, but I don't give a bitch. She don't throw the ass. Rap shit, whatever the mean. She don't throw the ass. Leave that I'm here spitting real shit and an everyday shit with. So for the models that you talk, and I made this beat, they gon' cause all them hoes that you fucking man ran through, and your main bitch been a damn fan too. So put your middle fingers up, keep it up, and if you don't give a fuck, I don't give a goddamn fool, cause I'm gone, bitch, I'm gone.
What's good? This is Kareem from DJBooth.net, and I'm here in the lab to give you guys a quick rundown video review on the new Mixtrack Quad 4-deck digital DJ controller. And if you guys remember, a few months ago we reviewed the 2-deck version of the same controller, which was the Numark Mixtrack Pro 2. And that is the second iteration of the very popular and very good beginner intermediate level style controller that was the Mixtrack Pro, the original. It was a little bit bigger, had some bulkier jog wheels, but it had good control over the software, and it had a good one-to-one mapping with the jog wheels as well. So the Mixtrack Pro 2, which we reviewed a few months ago, was also a very good controller. It had the same or similar sleek design, nice slimline style casing, made of mostly all plastic, just as this is. Same fader, same dials, overall same jog wheels, same pads. You do get a few upgrades, and we'll dive a little bit deeper into that later on in the review. But overall, this is basically the 4-deck version of the Mixtrack Pro 2, and that is why it's called the Numark Mixtrack Quad. So first up, one of the main differences of the unit is that, of course, you have your 4 channels instead of 2, which means one side of the unit can control 2 of your decks and the other side will control your other 2. You have a layering button here, which will allow you to layer and go between and switch between your 2 different decks per side. And the other main difference is that this comes bundled with Virtual DJ LE, which is a 4-deck version of the software, so that way, right out of the box, you can automatically start using your 4 decks of control. With the Mixtrack Pro 2, it came with the Serato DJ Intro. If you guys remember, Serato DJ Intro actually is only a 2-deck version of a software, but who knows, maybe in the future they'll come out with some type of 4-deck version or a mapping that you can use this with Serato DJ Intro, and then you can upgrade to Serato DJ, which can support your 4 decks. But as of right now, in the box, you get Virtual DJ LE. There are no other mappings for the controller on the Numark website as of yet, but they usually update those things, and you probably will be able to find a few different mappings in the future. For now, you just get your Virtual DJ LE in the box with the unit, and along with that, you can also go on the Numark website and you can download the Virtual DJ Pro, or the professional mapping for the Mixtrack Pro or Quad, just in case you do want to upgrade to the Pro software, which has more effects, more cue points, more of everything basically within the software. So first impressions is really nice. Again, it has that nice sleek profile. The casing, everything is made out of mostly completely plastic, but as long as you don't bump it around, scrape it around, or drop it unnecessarily, you shouldn't have any issues with durability. It feels durable, no creaks or pops or cracks or anything like that coming from the plastic case. So again, pretty good build quality and definitely good enough for this price point. The price point of the unit comes in at around $399 at retail, which is also very, very good price for a 4-deck DJ controller. You'll be hard pressed to find another 4-deck digital DJ controller with a software in the box that you can actually use all 4 of your decks simultaneously. So setup, This is a class-compliant USB MIDI device, so as soon as you plug it into even a Windows machine, you don't need to load any drivers. Drivers automatically load up, and it includes a supplied virtual DJ LE disc. You put that in your computer, you run through the setup, and after that, you're just completely plug and play. So you had a very easy setup process, really quickly to get you started and on the go. So recommended for beginners because it's a very easy setup process. You don't have to go in and change any of the mappings, any of the dials, any of your settings. Plug it in right after you loaded up your driver or your software, and then you're ready to go. So let's take a little bit of a deeper dive, and we're going to show you all the different components of the MixTrack Quad. Alright, so here we have it. This is the MixTrack Quad, and what we're going to do is just run down all the features. Again, very easy to set up. All you got to do is plug in your USB cable, then connect your powered speakers or your amplifier and speakers to the RCA output. And you also have a headphone output over here as well, and then you have a microphone input. Once you have everything set up, you just plug it into the computer, start the virtual DJ LE software, and on the screen you will see all 4 decks of control. So first up, we'll just take you through the middle portion of the mixer or the controller. Right here at the top you have a nice oversized browse knob. All the knobs are plastic, same exact quality that's found on the MixTrack Pro 2. They are a little bit cramped in here, but if you take your time you will be able to adjust them finely. They do have a nice adjustment. They are full kill EQs. You have a bass, mid, and a treble for each of your 4 decks of control. Your 2 decks are controlled by this jog wheel and these buttons here. You can switch between deck 1 and deck 3 on your left side by pressing the layer button, and switch between deck 2 and deck 4 on the right side by pressing the layer button over here. So you don't have any gain control knobs. That means you won't be able to manually control each of the gains on board on the unit. However, on the screen there is a gain control for each individual channel, and you will be able to adjust them with the mouse right there on the screen. Other items we have here are the headphone and the master volume control knob. Then you also have your Q mix knob, which allows you to switch between what you're queuing up in your headphones and what is playing live. In order to cue individual tracks up in the headphones, you press these buttons here, and you can individually cue these up in your headphones so you can monitor what's playing. Next up you have your load A and load B. This goes along with the browse knob. You can press that in order to go through your files and your folders, and load A and load B to load the selected deck with the track that is currently highlighted. Next up you have your 4 line faders. These have a nice resistance to them. Again, same quality as on the MixTrack Pro 2. And they do feel a bit plasticky, but they do have a nice accurate feel to them. Like, you can really get your accurate mixing level. And you have your crossfader. Your crossfader is pretty nice, same again as what's on the MixTrack Pro. You do not have any way to adjust the cut-in or the curve on this crossfader. There's nothing in the software that I could see that would allow me to adjust the curve control. So it is a nice smooth mix all the way through between both sides. So it's not really a scratchers type of device anyway, but if you do upgrade to Virtual DJ Pro for an additional fee, you will get the ability to change the parameter of your crossfader. Again, not really a scratching machine, not really made for scratching, but you can pull off some of your little and smaller Q-type baby scratches. Okay, next up we'll go to the jog wheels. The jog wheels are again the same from the MixTrack Pro, except you have a nice little play ring on the outside of them so you can see where your needle position would be. That way you can tell at a glance what deck is playing, and you can also tell exactly where your needle position is. And you also have the ability to change the color of the ring, so that way you know exactly what deck you are using at a glance. So in order to do that, you press your shift key, and then you are allowed to press the layer button, and now you can select between all the different colors that you want your jog wheel to be. So we'll change the color, and now we have another color on our jog wheel. As you can see, I have it set up so that the next deck, the deck 3, is this blue color, and again on this side we have different colors for your other deck, so you know exactly what deck you're in at any given time. It's a nice update, nice updated feature to the jog wheels. It makes it that much better to use, easier to use, and especially helpful when you're using 4 decks of DJ control. Okay, so next up, within the Virtual DJ software, you do have a pretty good mapping to the software and the actual emulation of the scratching. It's not perfect. It's not as good as it is on the DJ Intro, the Serato DJ Intro software, but it is adequate enough to pull off your baby scratches, your minor scratches, and you can still do your spin backs and everything like that as well. So not too bad, but not perfect one-to-one. Again, not for scratching, but good for beat matching, good for getting your accurate pitch. All right, next up you have your pitch slider, which has not a center click, but it has a center LED so that you know exactly when you're back in the absolute zero. Again, feels good, good to adjust, good for mixing, more than adequate. You also have your pitch bend buttons, which also have pitch range and key lock when you press shift. Next up, the jog wheel itself. We'll touch again on this. We have the scratch button here, which turns the jog wheel into a scratch surface, real-time control surface, or you can take off the scratch button and you can turn it into a jog wheel, where you can slow it down and speed it up. Okay, so next up we have the nice 16 pad section, 8 pads per side. And they control different functions. They control loops, samples, cue points, and also your effects. You can also do a slip mode, which I showed you in the demo. If you press shift and scratch, you're allowed to manipulate the record, or you can actually use your different samples and hot cues and loops, and you won't affect the actual playhead of the track, so the track will continue to play underneath, kind of like flux mode in Traktor. So I'll give you a quick example of that.
It's that TNC 29 niggas you want the time. Don't fuck with niggas, know that I fuck with down. Fuck with the rip, that don't waste time. Yeah, that Chevy, FaceTime when you waste mine. Nigga, don't wait time. It's still funny.
You can also do cue points. So really cool feature, very nice at this price point to have a feature such as slip mode on a 4-deck type controller. Next up, again, you have your loops. When you press shift and this key, that's in your loop mode, and you can tell by the colors that you are in loop mode. And you can grow and shorten your loop with this button here, and you can use your reloop button here to get out of the loop and come back in the loop. We're still in slip mode or flux mode. That's why the tracks kept playing underneath. Next up we have the samples. Your sample banks are found right here in this pad. Few preset samples that come with Virtual DJ. They're always in Virtual DJ LE, but you can always swap those out and put whatever samples you want to put in there on your own. Next up, you have your cue section in the pads. I have 2 set cue points already. In order to set and cancel the cue points, you press play. And in order to get rid of them, shift, delete, erase them all. They're all gone. Next up, you have your effects section. There's a few effects in Virtual DJ LE. Again, you want to upgrade to the Pro software if you want more effects. You have flanger, beat grid, flip and double, overloop, backspin, break, and echo. And they are assignable up here on these controls. You can use up to 2 effects at a time on one deck in Virtual DJ LE. So, at the end of the day, the Numark MixTrack Quad is an excellent intermediate to beginner level digital DJ controller, and it comes in at a great price point for those who need 4 decks of digital DJ control directly out of the box. It's also a nice compact and lightweight unit, meaning it's easy to kind of stash with you, take it on the go. Make sure you have something to protect it because it is made of plastic, but it is nice and compact and easy to slide with you. It also comes bundled with the Virtual DJ LE software. And it also is a fully MIDI mappable device, meaning you can use this with any software of your choice. You'll just have to map it yourself. And again, you have your nice 16 pads that control all of your cool functions. They feel really good, very tactile, and they are RGB multicolor backlit, so you know exactly what function you're in at this time. You also have pretty good jog wheels, and they also have this new LED ring on the outer edge, so you can see basically your needle position, and you can tell which deck number you're in. On the downside, you don't have any additional gain knobs, or you don't have any LED type meters, so you can see what level you are in the mix. It's not really a huge issue because Virtual DJ will level that off for you, and there are gain knobs within the software, but it's worth mentioning that there are no line level gain controls actually on the device. The other minor gripe with the unit is that you have a limited number of inputs and outputs. Again, you only have your outputs, which are your RCA on the back, and then your headphone on the side, and then the microphone input as well. Other than that, you don't have any other way to kind of monitor your mix besides using those headphones. But great all-around bedroom type DJ controller, great for beginners, great for any intermediate level people, or anyone who wants a nice compact, inexpensive controller with 4 decks of control right there at your disposal, right out of the box. So for more on the full written review, you can head on over to our website. It's www.djbooth.net/DJS. There you'll find all of our news, all of our weekly updates on DJ equipment, all of our expos and shows. Everything we do that has to relate to DJ equipment is right there on that site. So go there, check us out, and thanks for watching.